Wise guys. Wise guys. Tracy Larkins. Tracy Larkins.
These guys know sports.
Wise guys.
These guys know sports.
Wise guys. Tracy Larkins.
These guys know sports.
Yeah.
These guys know sports. These guys know.
Welcome to Wise Guys. These guys know sports. Today is Tuesday, June the 19th. Sitting in with the Wise Guys crew, myself and Cashmere. Right. What's up, Cashmere?
What's good with you, man?
Not much, man. Excited to be on Beat Wave Radio. Call in to the show, 513-655-7060, 513-655-7060. So, Cashmere, how was your Father's Day, brother?
Man, it's been great. I went to Atlanta, got my daughter, came back. Now she's spending time with me. So now I'm just chilling, just enjoying the summer.
Yeah, man. Father's Day was definitely a success for me as well. My family, we went out and we grilled. It was hot, though. It was hot on Sunday.
Wait, who grilled? You grilled?
No, I ain't grill. You know, I ain't gonna do no grilling.
You can't cook.
But I can cook, but I ain't gonna do no grilling. I can't really do none with that. But we was out at Mattery Park, so we had a good time out there. That definitely was a good time being out there at Mattery Park. So Father's Day definitely was a success, and it's just hot right now, man. Humid.
It's hot everywhere though.
It's just humid, man. I think I texted you on Saturday. I was like, man, my boy Cashmere down there, man. You down there in the birthday bash going on? You like, I ain't even know about no birthday bash.
That's when you know you're getting old.
Yeah,
like man, they talking about Atlanta for birthday bash. I'm like, man, I had no idea this was the weekend, but it was packed down there.
Oh yeah.
I should have went.
It was a lot of stuff going on in the A this past weekend, but man, we got a big time show ahead. We're gonna talk about Tom Brady. They ranked Tom Brady number one on the Alltime or the All NFL team and all the players. It's 50 players, and they ranked Tom Brady number one. We're gonna talk about that later on the show. You also want to talk about LeBron James, CP3, and James Harden in Houston. Would that be an instant title for the Rockets? So many things we're gonna talk about, man. Big time show we got. We also gonna talk about 96 Bulls versus 2018 Warriors. So Colin, give us your debate. Who will win in a 7-game series between Jordan's Bulls and Curry's Warriors? So it's just that simple.
Is it Curry's Warriors or is it Durant's?
It's Curry's Warriors, okay? You know it's Curry's Warriors.
It's Durant's Warriors.
But we can talk about that a little bit later on. We're going to break that down. But let's start off in San Antonio as Kawhi Leonard reportedly wants to be out of San Antonio and he's eyeing L.A. So with this recent news from Kawhi Leonard's camp saying they want to be out of San Antonio, they want to go directly to Los Angeles, what do you make of this entire situation with Kawhi?
I think he does want to be traded, but I don't think he's going to end up in L.A. For one, the Spurs are not the Cavs. You do not send your best player to a team that's in your conference. So my thing would be, and I've been thinking about this for a long time, like where can you send him? You get a top pick and get another good player. Cleveland. You guarantee LeBron doesn't come to the Lakers, and you send your best player to the East. So now you don't have to deal with either one of them. But if you allow Kawhi to go anywhere in the West, I think LeBron is following him.
Yeah, I think he wants to be in L.A. as well. This is my thing. I feel like Kawhi Leonard and his camp, this news about them wanting to be in L.A., to me, just shows you all the stuff they were talking about in the season when he was upset with the organization and so forth. My thing is, just say you want to be in L.A. Like, I kind of felt like they was talking about how they felt like the organization didn't respect Kawhi's injury. They felt like Kawhi really should have been back from his quad injury.
True.
And I felt like, just say you want to be in L.A., Kawhi. You from Kawhi, I get it. I mean, if you from L.A., I get it. Think about it, man. Ain't no wrong with wanting to go to Los Angeles.
And I'm sorry. I'm one of those people where, like, Kawhi has not come out and say that he wants to be in L.A. It's all speculation of people just talking about it. And I think people are trying to make something because, this whole thing about Paul George and they're trying to make a super team to beat the Warriors. Yeah. So I think people are kind of like placing him somewhere.
But yeah, I get it. But the thing is, though, let's just say for the sake of this conversation, he wants to be in L.A.
Yeah.
There's no problem with wanting to be in L.A. Beverly Hills, Hollywood, Staples Center. Like, ain't no wrong with wanting to be in L.A., Kawhi. So if you do want to go to L.A., just come out and say it. You ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. I love L.A. I literally call it heaven on earth. But here, the thing is, in this situation, right now, the Spurs have all the leverage. Because they can say, we want to get because they could say, all right, Kawhi, we want to get the best offer for you. we're not going to trade you to Los Angeles because you got to think about it. Kawhi Leonard's only 26 years of age.
True.
He could come down and basically come back to haunt the San Antonio Spurs years down the road. He's a young player. It's not like you're talking about LeBron or Kevin Durant or Curry, guys that's already in their prime. Kawhi Leonard is just now entering his prime. He's still young. So that's why I feel like Greg Popovich, he's going to get the best possible deal for Kawhi Leonard versus giving Kawhi Leonard his wishes to go to L.A. And then even when you look at the Lakers, look at what the Lakers have to offer. Kyle Kuzma, I like Kyle Kuzma. He was a great scorer last year for the Lakers, and I felt like he actually had a better rookie season even than Lonzo. And also they're going to probably have to include Brandon Ingram in the trade, but I don't see any way in hell that Greg Popovich would want to trade for Lonzo Ball, because you're not just going to get Lonzo Ball, you also get the entire Big Baller Brand circus. That's what I'm going to call it. You get the whole circus. So I don't see Lonzo being in a trade package for Kawhi Leonard. Do you?
No. Like they already got a point guard there. What's the Murray?
Murray,
Yeah,
and I like
yeah.
him.
Like
I like Murray.
Murray's nice.
He's nice.
So I'm not doing that. But Kawhi Leonard has 1 year left on his deal, right?
Right here.
So not many teams are gonna take that 1 year thinking that he's gonna sign back to them. You know what's up. So it's not gonna be a bad team that's gonna take that. The same thing with Kyrie in Boston. A lot of teams were not gonna take Kyrie for 2 years knowing he's gonna leave.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem right now, because teams are going to feel like, why would we trade our young, valuable assets for Kawhi if we're not sure he's going to sign long term?
Exactly.
That's the problem. But I actually think the Boston Celtics, they have the necessary pieces to be able to trade for Kawhi Leonard. It's just they wouldn't know if he's going to stay long term. And that whole idea.
What's the pieces you assume?
You could use Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, you could put him in a deal. You could use Terry Rozier. You could package Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, and throw Gordon Hayward in there. Gordon Hayward right now, what would he do for your? If you're gonna trade for Kawhi Leonard, obviously Gordon Hayward would be your starting small forward. Why would you need Gordon Hayward on your team anymore? There's no need for Gordon Hayward if you got Kawhi Leonard. True. So I feel like overall, if I'm the San Antonio Spurs, I take my time, I be patient, and I think Greg Popovich is going to get the best possible deal for Kawhi Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard has tremendous upside. He has tremendous upside, but you as a GM, if you trade for Kawhi, you have to know he's going to sign here long term. Otherwise, like you said, why would I give up my young, valuable assets? You wasting your time because it's going to be a 1 year rental.
You think he want to be in Boston?
See, no. I think he wants to be in LA. Period. I think he wants to go to Los Angeles. Actually, how you said, I haven't heard from Kawhi to say he wants to go to Los Angeles. I believe these reports.
I feel like Skip Bayless. I feel like he wants to go somewhere where he can be. He want to be the sidekick. He don't, because he's not like all up in your face. He's not like a big time star, like from a brand standpoint.
No, he's not.
From a basketball standpoint, he's the best.
Yeah,
he's one of the best in the game. But from a branding thing, it's like nah.
I agree with you. I think he'll be a great complimentary piece.
So him in LA doesn't look, as enticing. He needs somebody else to come with him.
Now, what if you get LeBron?
See, that's what I'm saying. But if I'm the Spurs, I don't do that because I want to ensure that LeBron doesn't come west. So if I keep LeBron east, I keep LeBron with somebody, and then they out the way.
I see what you're saying. You're saying basically you package him to go to Cleveland. That way you ain't got to deal with neither one of them.
Because LeBron not gonna come.
Right.
If the Cavaliers can get Kawhi Leonard, LeBron is not gonna leave the Cavs to go to L.A.
No, he won't.
I don't think he really wants to leave Cleveland in the first place.
That's another conversation for another. For another topic later on in the show. We can talk about that. But I just think when I'm looking at Kawhi Leonard, I think Kawhi Leonard, honestly, I think he's the best two-way player in the NBA. Now, I know you're going to disagree. You probably feel like LeBron is. I think Kawhi Leonard is the best two-way player in the NBA because I look at Kawhi Leonard, first of all, he's 26. He's still young. He has tremendous upside, and he's only going to get better.
But you haven't seen him play in a year.
It's only been 1 year, but I've seen him win a Finals MVP.
Man, please.
And in that Finals, he played great. 2014 NBA Finals, he played outstanding. He's proven. 14 NBA Finals.
What year is this?
But did you not remember last time we seen Kawhi? Western Conference Finals, Warriors, Spurs, Game 1 in Oracle Arena. No, I'm talking about last year. Last year, Game 1, Western Conference Finals in Oracle Arena. The Warriors were down 20 before Kawhi Leonard went out that game with the ankle injury.
All right, but I feel like the Spurs, right? All that, he hasn't played in so much. So how can you sit there and say that he's this and he's that? We don't know. Like, we don't know what's really wrong with him. Like, maybe he may be really hurt. and maybe he come back and he's not the same player. Like, who's to say?
I can understand your perspective.
Yeah, that's
but
all
I
I'm
mean, from
saying.
what we've seen, if he comes back healthy, I think Kawhi Leonard is the best two-way player in the NBA. He's a top 3 player in the NBA already. Like I'm gonna be honest.
Top 3?
Yes, top 3. Like if I'm a GM and I'm picking a team,
Yeah.
and everybody can call in right now 513-655-7060.
So
513-655-70. I got something for you. If I'm a GM and I'm picking a team,
Right.
and it's coming down to not LeBron in this, Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard. I'm picking Kawhi Leonard. I'm picking Kawhi Leonard over Kevin Durant because I love his upside defensively. Kawhi Leonard is going to take on the responsibility of guarding your opposing team's best player, and also he's going to drop 25 to 30 points a night.
I got a question for you, but what have we learned this year? Like, that sounds good now when they're 26, but once they get 30 and 31, it's not the same. Kevin Durant is a bona fide scorer. He's a killer, right?
Yeah.
That don't change.
We got a caller calling in the Wise Guys on Beatwave Radio. What's up, caller? What's up, caller?
Yeah, hey, what's going on? It's Rudy Reyes. How are you?
Hey, Rudy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just calling in and talk some sports, man. I'm here in L.A., so there's a lot of buzz about Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about Kawhi Leonard. What kind of questions that you got for us?
Well, you know, everything ranging from why he wants out from San Antonio and what's waiting for him, it could be in L.A.
Yeah, we sitting here talking about it right now. First of all, I told Cashmere just a couple minutes ago, I wish Kawhi's camp would stop making this up to be a story about the Spurs, about how they mistreated him. I want Kawhi just to come out and flat out say, I want to go to Los Angeles. There ain't no problem wanting to go to Los Angeles. Like I just told him, Rudy, Los Angeles is great. Beverly Hills, Hollywood, Staples Center, palm trees everywhere. Weather is beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to go to L.A. and play basketball from your hometown.
No, not at all. Now here's the issue. He's from Riverside High School, which is not too far away from where I'm at. I was raised in the Inland Empire, so I followed Kawhi throughout his career, and right now it's a very tumultuous one, I might add. But look, he wants to be back home, and I don't blame him for that. Throwing all the palm trees aside and put him up in a U-Haul, you could probably suggest that he wants to be here for marketing dollars, right?
Yeah.
LeBron wants to be here, possibly could be, wants to be. I think he'll be here. It's about marketing dollars. Why would you not want to be an entertainment hub of the U.S.? It makes sense to have Kawhi here, makes sense to have LeBron here, and heck, throw in Paul George as a bonus sushi piece on your platter. Because you have those 3 guys here, you better watch out. LA's going to be on the move, and Lake Show could be back in Los Angeles.
But why would the Spurs do that? You think the Spurs are going to do that?
No, the Spurs are look, the last thing they want to do is send anybody, anyone at all, to the Western Conference
That's what
and
I'm
the
saying.
LA Lakers, for which they have one of the biggest rivalries with in the Western Conference. There's no way. Now, look, Greg Popovich has gone on record by saying that he doesn't want to put anybody from his squad in Los Angeles clutches because he knows that they'll thrive.
Right.
And whatever issues that he's facing there are issues that he's facing there. Everybody can speculate, right? And that's what this is all about. I think it's more about him, and it's not about money. It's not about money. It's got nothing to do with money.
Right.
But if you want on the back end, let's talk about Bagley for a second. Signs a deal to him. It hasn't even been drafted NBA yet, right? So here comes Ayton, going to be drafted as well, probably first overall, I suspect. Also signs a deal with Puma. This marketing dollars, he wants it on the back end. These kids want it in the front end. Different between somebody who's been there, done that, and already won a championship to guys now just getting into the league. They want the money all up front. He wants a long-term deal, and he only has 1 year left. So why should somebody have a conversation? Give me a compelling reason why they should move Kawhi Leonard from San Antonio to Los Angeles, their foe. Somebody, anybody.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you all the way.
I agree with you. I think it's a stupid decision.
Yeah, it would make no sense. But like I was just telling Cashmere, even if they were to move Kawhi Leonard, I have a hard time believing that Lonzo Ball wouldn't be part of a deal. And I don't see Lonzo Ball and Big Baller Brand and Greg Popovich working out. That's a terrible fit. Like, that's just bad for everybody involved. That's a terrible fit. And Buford, the San Antonio Spurs general manager, I don't see him wanting Lonzo Ball in a deal. But I got a hard time believing that the Lakers would want to. I got a hard time believing the Lakers would want to get rid of Lonzo.
I think they'd take Ingram. I would want
Well,
Ingram.
Lonzo Ball is one of those guys that comes with baggage. Everybody knew that before he ever got drafted by the L.A. Lakers
Right.
last year. And there's a bunch of hype surrounding why he belongs and why Magic Johnson went over and above and beyond to get Ball here. Look, he's from this area. He went to UCLA. He's not a great defender. Could be a better defender. Could be a better shooter from the perimeter. He can get inside the paint. He could be a lot of things, but I don't know that he is.
I agree.
I think it was a good marketing decision to draft him for their
It
franchise.
was a marketing decision.
That's all it was.
You're keeping a hometown guy in the hometown.
Yeah, and I mean, even when you look on for the Lakers last year in the season, last year Kyle Kuzma had a better rookie season than Lonzo. He has more value right now on the trade market than even Lonzo right now. So, like I said, when it comes to Kawhi Leonard in the Spurs and the Lakers situation, I have a hard time believing he's going to get to LA because I don't see Greg Popovich trading him to the Lakers, a team that Kawhi Leonard will be on that could come back to haunt Greg Popovich and the Spurs for years to come. But I will say this real quick, Rudy, and I just told Cashmere this as well. I think the Boston Celtics are in a better position to get Kawhi Leonard on a one-year rental, and try to convince him to stay in Boston. Because they got the valuable necessary pieces. They got Terry Rozier, they got Jaylen Brown, they got Marcus Smart, they got pieces that they could throw at the Lakers and say, hey, the Spurs, and say, hey, here's the pieces for Kawhi.
My problem with that is this, right? Like I said, I think the preferable spot is Cleveland because you want LeBron to stay east. If LeBron gets west, then eventually I think Kawhi is going to eventually get west. He wants to be in LA anyway. So if you got to take 1 year in Boston and then go to LA the next year, I think he'll take that. But if you send him to Cleveland and they win, they both are going to stay in the east and they both are out of the Spurs' way, and it makes more sense.
Rudy, we appreciate you.
Here's the issue. Here's the entire issue with that, is that Los Angeles has multiple Supermax spots on the roster. They can offer max money. They can't. They have probably one of the best amount of money available to them in the cap than any other team in the NBA. Because once they threw Kupchak to the wind, and they acquired Magic Johnson and Jeannie Buss took better control, and once you got rid of all the negative players, what ends up happening is now you can offer guys like LeBron James money. You can offer
Paul George
that. You can offer him that kind of money, and you can also, if they supermax those guys out, they're going to have to put something up for collateral. They have to get rid of that Luol Deng contract. That contract is going to swallow them up alive unless they find
That's
a way
a
to
horrible
get rid of it.
contract.
Nobody wants
horrible
that.
contract.
That's the entire issue.
Yeah, Rudy, we got to go. We got to run. We going to have you call back in here shortly. We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thanks.
Wise Guys _H. Also on Facebook, Wise Guys. For everybody that's listening on BeatWaveOnAir.com. 513-655-7060. So we was talking about Tom Brady being ranked number 1 on top 50 players right now currently playing in the NFL. He was ranked number 1.
Yep.
And so that was a completely inaccurate ranking of Tom Brady.
Right.
Now let me first and foremost say,
that, yeah.
first I want to say, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game of football. Like from an accomplishment standpoint. Tom Brady is the greatest player to ever play football because he has 5 Super Bowl championships. He's been to 8 Super Bowls. So I respect Tom Brady's legacy. I respect his resume, and he's put up record-breaking numbers.
Make my argument.
But he's not
at all.
he's not currently the best player in the NFL.
Who is Aaron
Because
Rodgers?
we know that man up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Aaron Rodgers is the best player in the NFL.
Okay.
And also, let me finish, Christian. Y'all had y'all time to talk. Zip it, let me talk. He also is the most valuable player in the NFL. Did y'all not see how horrible we looked last year when we lost Aaron Rodgers? We lost him to his collarbone injury, and I'm going to be honest, I'm a Packers fan, so I psyched myself out into believing that we actually had a chance to get to the playoffs. I knew we ain't have a snowball's chance in hell at making the playoffs once he lost Aaron Rodgers.
What's in the cheese?
I'm being honest. But this the thing. That showed you Aaron Rodgers' value. Now, I remember 2 years ago when Tom Brady got injured, the Patriots in 4 games went 3-1 with Jacoby Brissett and Jimmy Garoppolo.
He wasn't injured.
Whatever the case. Oh, he was suspended. I'm sorry, you're right. He was suspended for cheating. But that's neither here nor there. I forgot. You're right. It was cheating. But even before then, remember Matt Castle? He got the Patriots to 11-5 record when Tom Brady was injured.
True.
Shows you Tom Brady's value.
What was we the year before that? Don't know, do you?
Okay, man, you gotta explain something to me, Trey, man, because I heard you say two things that didn't make sense. You said Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback, and then you said Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback.
I said Tom Brady from an accomplishment standpoint.
Okay.
Just because you're the most accomplished doesn't make you the best.
Okay.
So
and
what
I
is
agree
what?
with that.
No, don't agree with that.
Okay,
That's
and I agree with
nonsense.
that.
That's not nonsense.
This is what I was saying before. Is that he plays for the team. It's the team. You know, like I was saying to Cashmere earlier, there are people on the about to say the Cavs, the Patriots, who have the same accomplishments as Tom Brady because they was playing for the same team. You want to talk about people who got the same amount of rings and all of this? They were playing for the same team.
Let's talk quarterbacks.
You know what I'm saying? But if you want to talk about quarterbacks, is he number one? Absolutely not. He's not. He's got a great. He plays in a great system. I maybe put him at number 3.
Who's in front of him? Who's in front of him?
Because the list was talking about top 50
yeah. I'm done with you.
NFL players.
No, I'm talking to him. Who's in front of
Aaron
him?
Rodgers.
He's going to tell you done with me. He actually said Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers and who else?
Russell Wilson.
Shit.
Come on.
Yes.
Man, listen.
Russell Wilson is more valuable to the Seahawks than Tom Brady is to the Patriots.
Man.
If you take Tom Brady off the New England Patriots, they still make the playoffs.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
They make the playoffs.
What do you say? 11-5? I mean, like I said,
We was undefeated the next year though when he came
Let me
back.
ask you a question.
Now remind me real quick. Who did Baltimore win Super Bowl with?
Joe Flacco.
Before that.
Trent Dilfer.
Yeah. So that goes to show you right there that the quarterback don't necessarily have to.
No. That's in that system. That was in the Baltimore system.
Doesn't matter.
In the Patriots system, Tom Brady is basically controlling the whole flow of the game.
Let me ask you a question.
My point is that a great team can get a quarterback a win, even if the quarterback is mediocre.
At times.
And not
But
saying
I
that
was-
Tom
I
Brady-
was-
How long, but let me
mediocre.
hold on, not even that, because I got someone to say that. How long ago was that, Christian? I'm actually with you on this point, but that was a long time ago.
All right, let's back up then. All right, let's talk about this last Super Bowl.
Right.
Nick Foles, right? Would you say he's top 10 quarterback?
Hell no.
Okay, but he's got a ring, right?
He had one great afternoon.
He's got a ring.
I actually
right?
like Nick Foles.
I
though.
do too.
But
I'm not
this
gonna say
list
he's even top
this
10,
list
you
is
know what
current
I'm saying?
NFL players, top 50 current NFL players. So if
not
you feel like Tom Brady's number one, right? He should be.
Yes.
So you feel like he's the most valuable.
Yeah.
How in the hell is Tom Brady more valuable than Aaron Rodgers? How? Like, I had numerous of reasons why Aaron Rodgers is more valuable than Tom Brady.
So let me get this right. So your value is a person to a team that's not going to win, versus my value is a person on a team who can direct me to championships and winning and completing the ultimate goal.
No, but-
like that's value to
but-
me. Value is a person who I can believe and put my trust in can lead me to winning.
No, value is if I take you
not
off.
just regular
No,
season.
Let me finish. Can I
Not
finish?
just regular
And value
season
is
stuff.
if I take you off, will we still win?
But
if you take
when
Tom Brady off,
when Tom Brady got hurt, yes, we was 11-5. But
Right.
did we make it out of the? Did we make it to the Super Bowl? If we lost in the conference championship, when Tom Brady is here, we make it to the Super Bowls. We win championships. So that's the difference.
but most teams will give up anything to get to the conference championship or get to the
Yeah,
playoffs.
that's
if you
y'all.
lose,
That's
if
not
you
us.
lose your start,
Nah,
stop it.
that's
Any
not
team
us.
in the NFL, if you lose your starting quarterback, you just hoping to get to the postseason.
No, I was hoping to get to the
That's-
Super Bowl.
And that's exactly what I wanted to say too. I agree with you 100% on that. The Patriots is designed around Tom Brady. So the fact that you put in another quarterback and goes 11-5 on a system that's designed for another quarterback says a whole lot. You put your starting quarterback back in that system, and of course that little edge, that slight edge of having your
Win championships.
will win championships, but it has not necessarily anything to do with Tom Brady. It's just that the system itself was designed around one particular quarterback, and then you had another quarterback step in that same system and was still able to.
All right,
perform.
my argument to that is this, right? So Tom Brady got hurt the first game, right? So that left 16 weeks, right, or 17 weeks. You counting the bye season for Bill Belichick and Sean McDaniel to build a system around the quarterback.
You listen.
No. You do.
No.
What the Patriots how it work is. Bill Belichick is gonna figure out what's the quarterback good at. Is he good at short passes? So they built the players. They got better wide receivers to fit how he played.
Right.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that you don't go 11-5 and just all of a sudden You know what I'm saying? Like yes, you will have to make adjustments around the quarterback that's in there.
Yeah.
But that happens over a period of time. You know what I'm saying? That happens over length. Going 11-5 means that you are already running a winning team,
Right. And
then that means that you were able to replace your quarterback. You could have put anybody in that position,
And
on the Patriots, and they would have done just as well.
he asked me earlier what my definition of value is. Value is basically if we take that player off that particular team, how much of a drop off will that team have? And obviously, the New England Patriots without Tom Brady, history has shown us 3-1 with Garoppolo and Brissett, and also has shown us 11-5 with Matt Castle. Take Aaron Rodgers off the Green Bay Packers, history has shown us no playoffs. Nothing.
Like
Season over.
Like the Green Bay Packers, if I had to make a comparison, would be like the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? You got one player.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, you got
because we've won. Let's be clear. The Cleveland Cavaliers have won one championship in the last 60 years.
What I'm saying,
we are a winning franchise, Christian. Don't be disrespectful.
No, hold on, wait a minute. You missing my point.
He's trying to compare LeBron to
Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Tell me LeBron is not the number one player.
You said the Cavs
Aaron
to the
Rodgers
Packers.
is not the number
You said
one
the Cavs
player.
to the Packers,
I'm so
Christian.
tired of that
missing my
statement.
point. Yes, I am. I did say the Cavs to the Packers because I'm agreeing with you.
Is,
Dude.
Is Randall
Hear what
L
I'm saying.
good?
Huh?
Is Randall L good to you?
Randall Will?
Yeah, the wide receiver.
For Green Bay?
Yeah.
You talking about Randall Cobb?
Is he good? Randall Cobb, is he good?
He's okay.
All right, is Jordy Nelson good before he got a little older?
No. Aaron Rodgers made Jordy Nelson what he was.
So
Aaron Rodgers made Jordy Nelson
who would you
was.
take?
And I love Jordy.
Who would you take? Danny Amendola, Wes Walker, or Jordy Nelson?
Say Jordy Nelson.
Okay, so
With Aaron Rodgers.
No. So I'm telling you that the best receivers that the Patriots had in the coming years, Danny Amendola, Edelman, Wes Walker.
Gronkowski? He got the best tight end in pro football. Come on now. We got the best
Gronkowski.
tight
We
end in
won
pro
a champ.
football.
We won a championship when Gronkowski wasn't playing. So for that statement, I would say we got to see. Tom Brady got the same amount of Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers without Gronkowski.
I want you to answer my question. Is Tom Brady more valuable than Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yes,
that makes no sense.
Look
Is he
at
serious?
look at the pieces around the situation.
So let me ask this.
We can have any wide receivers. The blockers can change, and we still win. As long as the continuous is the quarterback. That's it.
It's a system. It is a system that's in place in New England. You making my point.
Hold on.
11-5 is average to me.
Cashmere.
That's average.
That's average.
Most teams would give up everything.
Yeah,
to be
because y'all
11-5.
Bengals and Packers fans. Y'all
Cashmere,
average.
You said it earlier, and I agree with you, that the Patriots is the best constructed team probably ever.
True.
But you know what it means to be a best constructed team. That means every point that you have works. Every point works.
Let me ask you this.
And you don't
Fellas.
necessarily need to have the number one players. And again, I hate to keep going back to basketball references, but if you look at what happened with Boston, right? No superstars playing, but look how far you got. A great team will take you far. However, if they had the superstars playing, would they have made it to the finals? Probably.
So he's a superstar, right? He's definitely a superstar.
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I give you
so
that.
if you can make the case that he's a superstar, you can acknowledge the fact that he's taking him to distance that other quarterbacks have not done.
Have you not seen that Green Bay Packers organization and the
stop.
players? Like last year, you not know. Last year, do y'all
I don't
not know?
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear
You can
about.
talk all that knowledge.
I don't want to hear about nobody winning no
taking
championship when
facts.
no black players was playing.
Aaron
Man,
Rodgers-
stop. If you counting that, bro, stop.
Count what?
Well, you talking when they was playing football with no
We won
black
a Super Bowl with
players.
Aaron Rodgers already. I said
One.
I'm talking about last.
One.
I was talking about last year. You keep cutting me off. I can't even make a point because you know I'm right.
But I'm tired of you comparing that one Super
That
Bowl.
secondary defensively for the Green Bay Packers over the last 3 or 4 years has been
Wait.
terrible. Terrible.
My homeboy Casey Hayward is turned into one of the best cornerbacks in the
And we
NFL.
let him go.
Yeah,
He's in San Diego now.
So,
Micah Hyde is gone.
But he
Buffalo.
was there, right?
Right.
So you can't say that y'all defense was y'all had these.
We got
players.
big names. Clay Matthews. What about Clay Matthews? Y'all know who Clay Matthews is. He's always on the damn commercials, but he ain't making no plays on the field. And I love Clay Matthews.
I feel like Green Bay. You know what? I think the analogy of the
Hey, this
Cavs,
time?
the
I agree.
the
It was
Cavs
Detroit
and Green Bay is
Palo.
perfect. You know why? Because y'all the Cavs give LeBron the ball and make LeBron do everything for the team when he probably don't have to, right? And I feel like Green Bay does the same thing. They just hike him the ball, let him run around and throw
That's
the
my
ball.
point.
Oh, I agree with that.
And
That
then
was my
all the
point.
hyped up Green Bay cheesehead fans, they,
You making my point.
yeah, that's it.
But Aaron Rodgers is
But they
doing
ain't
more.
winning.
It's a fact that Aaron Rodgers is doing more
Man.
with less.
I guarantee he won't win.
Period.
He won't win another Super Bowl.
That's not. Now you're knocking
he
Aaron
will,
Rodgers.
he will not
Now
win
you're
another
knocking
Super
Aaron
Bowl.
Rodgers'
No,
greatness, which is ridiculous.
I'm not. I'm saying he has
in-
one Super Bowl,
not
and that's
in
it.
Green Bay.
Yes, he will. How much I want to bet?
Not in Green Bay.
How much I want to
Not
bet?
in Green Bay. And let me, you know,
Y'all-
and I'll say this: look, every great quarterback always finishes their career somewhere else, almost. You know, almost
He not.
consistently.
Not Tom
He's
Brady.
not.
Tom, he might. You
He
never
will.
know.
He
I
not.
think
Tom Brady ain't going
Tom
nowhere.
Brady
He ain't
might
going
be
nowhere.
like, yo, no, you know what? I want to prove that I'm the greatest, so put me
Me
in
in
Cleveland,
Cleveland.
or something. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
that-
saying?
I would like him to go to
I would
Cleveland,
love
though.
that. I would
I would
absolutely
go watch
love
that.
that to just prove that Cleveland's problem is not at the quarterback.
They would be
position.
terrible.
What?
They would be terrible.
With that wide receiving core?
With Tom Brady, they would be. They got a great receiving core now. I'm talking about in years past. They would have been
Oh,
terrible.
okay.
But guess what?
They would've won a
in
game.
years past, guess what? In years past, Aaron Rodgers would have probably had them competing in the AFC North.
Man, you know what? You sound like
If Aaron Rodgers,
You
think
sound
about,
like-
hold
you
on,
sound
Chris,
like
because
a-
he want to just say whatever.
You-
If Aaron
you're
Rodgers was in the AFC North with Roethlisberger, Dalton, and Joe Flacco, he's the best quarterback already by far in the
listen,
division.
all I'm gonna
He's the
say
best.
is
He's the best quarterback in the division by far.
Trey, your next step is to just walk off
Here's-
just walk off the
here's
roof,
the-
man.
yeah, man.
Because
Like,
you coming with some.
Do you not know what Aaron Rodgers' brother can do?
Hold on, wait, man. I
Man,
see. I see
please.
your point. I'm not for sure if I entirely agree. Entirely.
Right.
He hyped
The-
up over here.
Look, Cleveland goes through quarterbacks, right? They've been trying to figure out what their problem is, and it's always been the quarterback. They pick up Heisman Trophy winners, whatever. And their problems still persist.
Yep.
So even if Aaron Rodgers were to go to Cleveland, I don't see it because the problem is not at quarterback.
They will be picking a top 5 of the NFL draft with Tom Brady. With Aaron Rodgers, they'll be competing for a wild card spot.
It's hard to talk to you.
A wild
nigga.
card spot. That's a
You-
fact.
you-
The fact that he think
I would
you
give you that.
you
I would
speak-
give
with
you
Aaron
that.
Rodgers, right?
I give you that. They would be a playoff contending
Let's play
team.
something to y'all real quick because this
They
is
would be a
important.
playoff contending team.
Yeah,
I
all
would
y'all
give you
sound
that.
Let me say something. No, because he's a fact. You want to talk about Tom Brady because he's a Tom Brady lover, whatever.
I'm a lover
You're
of the
you're a
fact
Patriots
of.
fan, so you're saying that. I'm a Packers fan, but I'm speaking factual.
How is it fact?
There
You got
anybody that
one
knows, you got to
Super
stick,
Bowl.
brother. You got to stick to basketball.
And
You know your
I'm-
basketball.
basket-
If you think
I'm
that
pretty-
man is
I'm-
more valuable than
I'm
Aaron
pretty-
Rodgers,
Yes.
you should be drug tested immediately.
No.
Like we need to go ahead and get a drug test.
So let me ask this
right
question.
now.
Right now, who's the greatest football player of all time? Greatest quarterback of all time. Who would you pick?
We had that conversation on B-Wave Radio as well
Yeah,
on Wise
and
Guys.
who'd you pick?
I've said from a talent perspective.
I'm not talking
and-
about from a. From
What
a
are we talking
quarter-
about then here?
A quarterback
Because that
is
matters.
A quarterback is considered a leader of a team. So if you can't lead me to the promised land, I don't want to hear about how great you are because you're not that great.
I care about what you bring to the table.
In basketball, Michael Jordan is considered the greatest player because he led them to the promised land and he was undefeated there. That's what
So
makes
you
you
admit that
great.
Michael Jordan's the greatest player of all time in the NBA?
I say what people say make him great is because he led them to the promised land.
Yeah.
And he's undefeated, right? So you cannot tell me that a person is all this great and he has this much talent and whatever and he has one Super Bowl.
First of all, it's two different sports. Let's stop comparing basketball and football because
I
at
think
the
you can
quarterback
do it. I
position
think
in
you can do it.
football,
I think you can do it.
a lot has to go right for you. A lot has to go
The
right for
same
you at any
thing.
position. No, yes, it is.
So
No, you
the
can't
same
ba-
thing with
when I-
LeBron in Cleveland,
What
right?
do you-
If Draymond didn't get hurt and Andrew Bogut didn't get hurt, they would have never won the championship, right? But who cares? They won. So my thing is, you can't say shit happens. So who cares?
What I'm saying, but I'm making a point that basically football. We'll talk about after the break because I hold my thoughts after the break on Wise Guys on B-Wave Radio. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wise Guys. These guys know sports. Right here on BeatWaveOnAir.com. 513-655-7060. 513-655-7060. Big debate going on. Call in right now. Give us your opinion. Which player is more valuable to his team? Aaron Rodgers to the Packers or Tom Brady to the New England Patriots? I say Aaron Rodgers is more valuable because the thing is, Cashmere, earlier you brought up about basketball. You can't compare basketball legends and football legends. I feel like you can't because football, it's a lot of different things that have to go right for players to be successful. You basically can't I can't base the overall team accomplishments on how I look at or review a player. I feel like a player's individual talent can do but so much. Like if Aaron Rodgers scores 35 points He can't help that the defense gave up 40.
So
like
let me-
I've seen.
wait, whoa,
let me
whoa, whoa.
finish because you
That
got
makes
you made your
sense.
point a long time ago in the first segment with Christian. I'm almost done. I've watched Packer games, right? Our defense is horrendous. We had a horrible defense. Don't create turnovers. We don't give Aaron Rodgers extra opportunities or nothing. And guess what? Aaron Rodgers can put up 35 points per game and still lose. How can I blame you if you had 4 touchdowns, threw for over 500 yards, and lost? That's why I don't blame Tom Brady for losing the Super Bowl. I don't blame him for losing the Super Bowl to Philly.
Remember, he just said you can't compare basketball to football, right? But remember, he didn't give LeBron James that same.
No,
You know
he
what
said
I'm saying?
LeBron should have won one,
Should've
right?
won one
Should have won one.
Because you can play defense.
Because I played.
It's a difference.
So was he the one playing? Was he George Hill when George Hill was getting scored on? by
No,
Kevin Durant?
but you are mentioned amongst the greatest of all time in basketball. In basketball, you have the ability to play defense.
Wait,
That's what he did
Time
in the
out.
finals.
Time out. When we say the ability now, Aaron Rodgers have the ability to play football, play defense. So
No.
he can go out there.
Stop it.
I'm saying
Stop.
you said ability.
You trying to
just saying.
you basically trying to negate the fact that your man LeBron James gave up on
We're not
defensive.
talking about
He
LeBron.
gave up defensively in the finals. Period. He was scared of Kevin Durant. He didn't want no parts of Kevin Durant in Game 3 when Kevin Durant dropped 43 points. He ain't want no parts of it. Turn that camera on me. He ain't want no parts of Kevin Durant. Put it right here. He ain't want no parts of Kevin Durant when he had it going in Game 3. Aaron Rodgers, like I said, in football was different because you can't help the defensive side of the ball. Aaron Rodgers can only play offense. He can only score touchdowns for the Packers offense. So therefore, it's different when you're comparing legacies in the NFL versus the NBA.
No, it's not, because the point that I'm making is that you said that Aaron Rodgers can put up 35 points and still lose. LeBron James put up 50-something points.
Not 43 like Kevin
and
Durant.
still lost. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like we said, either on football or basketball,
Team sport.
it is a team
It's different.
sport.
No, it's
It's
not.
different
No, it's
because in
not.
basketball, you can affect the other side of the ball. You can say, because do you want to say that's what made Jordan? What made Jordan was, let me say this.
Okay.
What made
Pippen playing defense on the
But
best
Jordan had
player.
the mentality, damn it, if Pippen won't do it, I will. Jordan had the
stop,
flu.
man.
Jordan had the flu,
Stop.
fellas.
Hey, what?
Jordan dropped 38 with the flu against Utah in the finals.
He
Y'all
was
serious?
drunk. He was hungover. I'm so tired of that flu.
It don't
thing.
matter.
The man was
He has a
hungover,
shoe literally named after that game. The 12s. I love them too. They're great shoes, by the way. The flu game.
You
He
sound-
went
you
off
sound like
38
a-
points.
you sound like a
38
big-
points.
a
You just don't
big
want
Jordan stan.
No, I'm just being real.
No,
We
you're
being
not.
honest.
No, you're not.
LeBron James was scared of Kevin Durant in Game 3.
You are being unrealistic,
Yeah,
totally.
How?
Don't even
Because
make
At
sense.
what point, like
believe this.
literally contradicted himself. He thinks
Hey.
that in
Hey, listen,
football
you-
it's okay to put up 35 points and still lose, but you can't do it in basketball.
What I'm saying
because
is,
it's not a team
are there
sport.
key moments in football games where we watch quarterbacks and say, hey, damn, he messed up.
Okay.
He folded under pressure.
Okay.
Yes.
Look. Hold on. You said earlier that you don't, on football, one side of the ball can't affect the other side. One side of the field can't, but we know that's not true. All right, and I'm going to go back to, again, let's talk about my Bengals real quick, right? Now, we know that the Bengals has been pretty good defensively, right? So, if your offense isn't putting up numbers and your defense stays on the field the entire game, does that not affect the outcome of the game? Does that not, if Andy Dalton is not putting the Bengals in good position, even if the defense has to take over on downs, does that not affect how the game outcomes?
First of all, we talking about quarterbacks.
Okay, well,
That's why I thought the conversation was going.
Quarterback is the one controlling the game,
Didn't I just
right?
say Andy Dalton?
What about Andy Dalton? Say it one more time.
My point
Jesus
is
Christ.
this, Trey. What the offense does it directly affect what happens on the defense?
Yeah, but as an
you're-
individual, if Andy
you're-
Dalton is putting the ball
but
in the place for AJ to be
you-
successful,
but-
it's not his job whether or not AJ catches the ball.
No,
I
that's
put
not-
it there for
That's
you.
not what I'm talking about. But you said in basketball you have the ability to play offense and defense. You say that as if what the offense does in football has no effect on what happens in the defense. If your offense is not doing their job and the defense has to be on the field the entire game, your defense is going to wear thin.
Let me be
what
clear.
I'm saying is that yes, what happens on the offense of football does directly affect the defense.
When I'm talking about quarterbacks, specifically Aaron Rodgers and the greats, like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Dan
Okay.
Marino,
Okay.
Steve Young.
Yeah.
when I'm talking about those great players,
Okay.
I hold them accountable for everything. Like I hold Tom Brady accountable the same way I hold Aaron Rodgers accountable. Offensively, if the Patriots are unsuccessful and they don't play well, I blame it all on Tom Brady. So what I'm saying is,
time out.
I'm not.
You just told me earlier that it was the system why Tom Brady.
It is a system.
So,
but I'm talking about we talking about legacy. If I'm comparing him to other players, and we talking about legacies, yeah, I'm gonna blame it on you. But overall, of course, it's a system. That's a fact.
You just want
no,
to
I know the hell I'm talking about. You trying to change that? He know LeBron is the damn greatest of all time. That's a fact.
He want to sit here on Wise Guys Show and lie to the people.
What am I lying about?
I made
it clear about my position.
I'm gonna do like Trey. Look at me. Everybody, look at me.
Look at him.
Listen, look at me. Trey is here.
Look at me.
Talking nonsense.
I'm the captain
He's been
now.
contradicting himself all day.
How am I contradicting myself?
Bruh,
What I'm saying is simple. Y'all, let's talk about basketball, right?
Okay,
No,
I'm
we-
gonna tell you how you.
Because y'all not making sense.
Well, no, I'm kind of telling you how you contradicting yourself because a second ago you said in basketball you can blame LeBron James for everything, but you said you can't do that in football because football is more of a team sport.
At the quarterback position.
But then you just turned around and say if the Patriots lose, I'm blaming Tom Brady. So
When I'm talking
is it
about
a team-
legacies,
is it
if
a
I'm
team-
talking about legacies, I'm comparing Aaron Rodgers to Tom Brady. I'll say, yeah, Tom Brady didn't get it done.
How can they?
But it is a
legacy
system.
different
Hey, it being a system ain't
So,
got nothing
okay,
to do with
okay.
me talking about legacies
But-
and comparing
look,
because we
there's
comparing
another
players, right?
country-
Let's
there's
compare
another-
players
okay,
and we gonna do it.
Okay,
like
well,
arguing
let's
with a
compare.
fool,
Let's
man.
Man,
compare
you wanna-
players. Let's compare players and what you just said. Now, if the Patriots lose, it's Tom Brady's fault, right?
No,
no.
if the Patriots offense don't play well,
Well, listen.
I
That's not
put
what
some
you
of that
said.
blame on Tom Brady.
Yeah, well, if the offense doesn't play well, then you have to, not unless you got just a whole bunch of drop passes.
And I blame Bill Belichick as
Okay,
well.
But what I'm saying is that just a second ago you said if the Patriots lose, you blame Tom Brady. But all at the same time you said if the Packers lose, Aaron Rodgers can put up 35 points and still not win, so it's not his fault. So now all of a sudden the defense don't matter. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Tom Brady, the defense don't matter. If the team loses, it's Tom Brady's fault. And then when Aaron Rodgers loses, he can put up 35 points, but they still lose, and then it's not his fault.
It all depends on how the offense plays.
Trace.
If Tom Brady puts up 35 plus like he did, that's why I just said earlier that I didn't blame. I know what the hell I'm saying. Y'all hard of hearing? Y'all,
I'm hearing exactly.
something ain't
No, we
right.
can hear you.
I just said. Did I not just say earlier? Did I not say on last show that I don't blame Tom Brady for them losing the Super Bowl?
you have
Did I
said-
not? Did I not say
you
that?
have
Forget
said-
Chris.
you
Let's
have
have Chris
said-
out of
you
this.
have
Let's
said a
talk.
lot of
Did I not?
garbage
Because you
today.
did I not say I don't blame Tom Brady for them losing the Super Bowl?
Trey.
But
Yes
you
or no?
said if they
Because he ain't
lose,
even
you
saying-
blame
Trey,
them.
you have said a lot of things that have been.
It depends on how it goes down. I said it depends on how it goes
thoughts
down.
today,
Every
man.
other statement you've
God.
made has been the opposite
I'm
of the statement
telling
you
you,
just
man.
made, bro.
Y'all brought up
God.
basketball. I didn't even bring up basketball. First of
We're
all,
not even talking about
What are you
basketball
talking
right now.
about? No.
We're
you
not
didn't bring up
talking-
basketball earlier. Who brought up LeBron
I
James?
brought up basketball.
He brought up
But
LeBron.
I brought up basketball.
I
compared
told
to
you we
football.
weren't talking about LeBron.
But what I'm saying right now is that we're talking about Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. A second ago, you said if the Patriots lose, then it's Tom Brady's fault.
Depending on how the offense plays.
But-
Stop changing what I'm saying.
That's not what you
They
said.
Not
just
what you
lost in
said
the
at
Super-
first.
what
You
you said.
changed
Okay,
what
that
you
ain't
said.
true. Okay.
You
You
changed
changed
what you
Did
said.
I not just say
No.
earlier?
You
Did I
said
not say
something,
earlier?
went back.
Did I not say earlier
Hey.
that I didn't blame
You
Tom
need
Brady?
to watch this
Yeah,
again.
that's what I'm about to say.
You need to
On
watch.
everything.
You need to watch.
On
Okay.
everything
Because
we
you're
got-
doing
we
a
got-
double.
I
touch
said the
right now.
Patriots
We got it on
offense.
film and
Yeah,
we got
he
it on
double
audio.
dutching with his
Okay.
statements. He don't know what he wants.
I know what my cousin was calling.
All he know
football. I know what the hell I'm saying. I said I don't blame Tom Brady for the Patriots. I don't blame that's irrelevant. We talking football, and I know football, and you know basketball. Stay with basketball. I know basketball. You don't know football as much as you think you do.
I don't know if you know
What I'm saying
football,
is,
man. I'm worried,
what I'm
man.
saying is, I didn't blame Tom
worried.
Brady for the Patriots losing the Super Bowl. I didn't.
Jesus
I didn't
Christ.
blame him. It matters how it goes down. If you
who'd you
score
blame?
30, how many points? What was the score in the Super Bowl? You remember?
Who'd you blame? Not off the top of my
I
head.
blame Bill Belichick. It was his fault why the Patriots lost in the Super Bowl.
I agree
Tom
with that.
Brady threw him for over 500 yards. I'm saying specifically, I will blame you for how that offense side of the ball plays. And that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, y'all brought up basketball earlier, saying, well, you always say LeBron James. I said because LeBron has the ability to play defense. Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers
Not
don't have that
everybody.
ability.
Not on 5 people.
You know what though? I think was really interesting is that we keep talking about whether if one team loses, who you blame, but nowhere has anybody mentioned that maybe the other team was just better, like Philly was in this Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like you could blame Tom
agree with
Brady,
that.
you could blame.
I blame Bill Belichick.
You can blame Bill, but at the end of the day, why not blame the other team? Why not say,
Nah, that's just-
maybe
that's
they
just
lost?
asinine. That's
Why
stupid. You
why
can't
not
blame them.
why not blame the other team and say, well, maybe the other team was the reason why this team lost?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Sometimes-
Philly was good the whole year though.
They were good.
And for the majority
Yeah.
of the Super Bowl, they outplayed the Patriots.
I mean, if we playing
Not
our
necessarily though,
fourth string
because in that
cornerback-
game,
And for the majority.
Yeah,
in that game, but defensively, neither team showed up. In the Super Bowl, neither team showed up. The biggest difference in that game was
Okay.
Philadelphia made one defensive play on Tom Brady.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Nah, the biggest problem was Tom Brady missed that catch. In
Get to this phone line.
remember that pass he got?
Yeah, he missed it. Aaron Rodgers would have caught that pass.
Oh shit.
I'm just telling you the truth. Now we know Aaron Rodgers damn well
And then he
more
would've got-
athletic than Tom
Then
Brady.
he would have got hit and would have been out for the year. We know how it go, man.
Oh man, hold on. Call back. I caller. I know you trying to
Caller tried to call in on the Wise Guys on B-Wave Radio. Call right back. But like I said, y'all want to change up what I was saying. What I'm saying is clear. From the quarterback position, I blame the quarterback for whatever goes right and wrong with that team. Now I know Tom Brady's in the system. We all know he's in the system.
He is in the system.
But I still blame him when they don't score enough points.
Okay, here's caller back here.
We got.
Man, this thing every time the phone ring, it changes my screen for whatever reason. You go ahead, you want. Caller. Caller, hey, how's it going? You're live on Wise Guys. I like that, live on Wise Guys.
What's up, because we talking NFL, cousin. I got to get right to it. Because these two knuckleheads over here, they don't seem to understand my perspective on
First off, ask
quarterback
him what he-
position.
Ask him what he thinks.
You don't.
I'm going to explain to what I think.
Ask him what he thinks.
I'm going to explain to him what I think.
Your
Here,
perspective
I
on what
understand
you-
it. I know what I'm saying. First of
Okay.
all, this is what I said earlier.
Okay.
You cannot compare. To me, you can't compare NBA greats to NFL greats at the quarterback position because I feel like and really not just any position, to be honest, because a lot of things have to go right when you talk about team accomplishments. What I said earlier was, in basketball, the reason why I can't ever say LeBron James is the greatest player of all time, because LeBron James does not take on the responsibility of guarding the opposing team's best player. Let me finish my point. In Game 3 of the NBA Finals, it was front and center for our eyes. Kevin Durant had it going in Game 3. Game 3 in the fourth quarter, balling out. Hey, they were sending Rodney Hood, J.R. Smith, and Kevin Durant had an answer for every player. And I was wondering, why did LeBron not take on the responsibility of guarding Kevin Durant when he had it going? Let me finish, Christian.
Let
me finish. Let me finish. But that's why. But that
makes a lot of those
right. But
First off,
stupid. What I'm saying is, let me finish. I ain't finished my point. But I blame defensive responsibilities on NBA greats because you have the ability to play defense in the NFL at the quarterback position. Aaron Rodgers can only do but so much. That's why if Aaron Rodgers put up 35 points and the defense gives up 42, how can I look at Aaron Rodgers?
Let's see what our caller
I'm telling
thinks.
you.
Let's see what
You
our
already
caller
said this
thinks.
4 times.
That's true. I understand where you're coming from.
So
At the same time, I do feel like if anybody going hard like that, LeBron, it is LeBron's responsibility to come in and play defense on it.
Thank you.
That's what the greats do.
Thank you.
Supposed to be a great. I remember the one year when Russell Westbrook was going crazy, and they said Kobe Bryant went to Phil Jackson and said, "I'm about to guard Russell Westbrook,"
Thank you.
and he guarded him for the rest of the series.
That is your responsibility.
Shut him down, and I ain't saying he shut him down or nothing, though. But he guarded him for the rest of the series. He took that responsibility.
okay, but he took that responsibility with the approval of his coach, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'm just making sure we understand.
Wait a minute. Are you sitting up here telling LeBron can do what the hell he want to do?
No, we can't.
Stop.
He can.
No,
Oh, my, y'all.
That's the
can't.
most
No, he-
overrated statement.
Are y'all
ever.
crazy?
Yeah.
Are y'all crazy? Cause you hear this nonsense?
Yeah.
Are y'all? If LeBron,
overrated.
if Tyronn Lue told LeBron James he couldn't guard Kevin Durant, Tyronn Lue would have been on the first thing out. He wouldn't even he wouldn't even better get.
Let's set something straight. When they came down the court, LeBron was guarding Kevin Durant. They pick and roll to get LeBron off Kevin Durant. Now, what should have happened, they should have trapped him. But let's here nor there.
You talking about the pick and roll? Took him
Yeah.
in the replay of that play right
Yeah.
there a lot of times, and he didn't fight through that pick.
Thank you.
So let me get this right. If the pick and roll, the person that's setting the screen is Steph Curry, right? The best shooter this game has ever seen. So if you don't switch on the pick and roll, you're going to let Stephen Curry shoot by himself?
Who had it going?
Steph Curry was shooting threes, not even looking at the rim. And you talking about who had it going?
So
Thank you. That's what I was saying.
Okay. Back. back up. Let me, and I want to talk to Trey about this because he don't seem to understand the importance of having a good team, right? So if you got what, let's say KD on fire, right? He's on fire, right? So you put LeBron on KD, then who steps up? Steph, right?
Maybe.
Somebody's
it's
here's
not
the
a
thing.
maybe, bro.
Somebody's gonna step up.
Not that night.
You
Exactly. But guess what?
You got a lot of weapons.
Can I answer that, though?
Exactly. So if one player ain't stepping up, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, if one player's on fire, you put your best player on him, and then guess what? Then you got Steph Curry stepping up, putting them in the hole, and then you'll be like, you should have been putting the LeBron James.
No,
on
you know what I'm
Steph
saying?
Curry. And then if
No, you know what I'm saying? Let me
no
answer that.
matter, look, listen.
Can I answer or
Listen,
not?
hold on,
Talk.
let me finish.
let the
Look,
man
won't you zip
finish.
it? Won't you zip it, Trey? That's how you do.
let the man talk.
You said your point. Now it's my turn. That's what you do, right?
What I was going to say was to answer your question.
Okay, go ahead.
Had Steph got it, because Steph, you got to realize when you in that moment as a player, who got it going and who don't. In game 3, you know Steph Curry shot 1 of 10 from 3-point range.
I know he
was awful.
He had
was
a
1 of 10. You think he would have made 11?
He had.
He would that night. I think he went 1 of 11.
Man, what are you
He
talking
can.
about?
He can. But what I'm saying is, if Kevin Durant and LeBron James was guarding each other, and Kevin Durant had to pass the ball to Steph Curry, and Steph Curry hit a 3-pointer, I'd have lived with it because he ain't have it going anyway.
What?
I would have been arguing with. Yeah, because LeBron was on Kevin Durant. He was on Kevin Durant, and then a lot of times when Steph got it going, guess what Steph doing? He pulling up from 30. If somebody hitting the shot from 30 feet, there ain't nothing you can do about it.
So in basketball, right?
You can't really guard Steph Curry anyway.
Anyway, thank you. You can guard Kevin Durant.
So answer this question, right? In basketball, right? If we set a pick and roll, right, and this guy slips off, and this is the best shooter, and you're gonna tell LeBron to fight over a screen? So basically, if they get a slip pass, he's wide open.
You have to.
No, what
You have
you
to.
don't.
No, you
Yes,
don't.
you do.
know, what you need is another player.
Let me ask y'all a question.
What you need is
Okay.
another player on your team to step the hell
Okay.
up and play some
So
damn defense.
who is
it's
the-
just that
let me ask a
simple.
question.
Trey.
No.
LeBron James could not play against the Warriors. The greatest team
himself.
ever
That's what
constructed
I never said by
outside of
himself.
the
I
90s
Trey Wolf.
I never
Bulls.
said that.
Hey,
Yes, you
score
did,
50,
bro.
score 50, and
You
guard
do not
everybody.
you do not seem
Get
to
outta here,
understand
man.
that LeBron James could not win a game.
If Kobe and Jordan was playing,
Man.
you think Kobe and Jordan wouldn't have said?
No, do not compare Kawhi Leonard's teams to the Cavs.
No, he's saying that he gonna guard opposing team's best player.
Because last year, if we think about it, Kawhi Leonard had Paul Gasol, LaMarcus Aldridge on his team, and yes, they were up on the Warriors.
Game 1.
But the Cavs do not have none of those players. None.
That's not the point.
He had a much better team before he made him.
Thank you. And that's what I said last week on the show. And get this on record.
So who
Damn
had?
it.
Whoa. D-Wade,
Derrick Rose,
Derrick Rose.
Isaiah Thomas.
Shit, no. Isaiah Thomas was hurt.
Isaiah Thomas would have still been better than George Hill.
So you're gonna try to tell
so
me
who- okay.
that Isaiah Thomas was gonna guard Steph Curry?
Thomas came back too early because LeBron wanted him to come off the bench. LeBron said he wasn't doing nothing, and he came back off his injury too early, and he ended up really just getting hurt again. It wasn't time for him to come.
Nobody is saying.
LeBron. No, the Cavaliers wanted him to come back because they wanted to see him play.
To the playoffs.
No.
He should have only been worried about Isaiah Thomas being ready.
Hell nah, man.
Yes.
Hell no.
No, but this.
Hell
But look,
no.
you
That's
just asked the
stupid.
question. You said. Let me ask you a question. Did you just not ask?
The Cavaliers made Isaiah Thomas play because not LeBron. The Cavs made him play because they wanted to see him. No. LeBron didn't want to play with. LeBron did not. LeBron was on. LeBron was on record.
Y'all crazy.
LeBron was on record saying that he didn't want Isaiah Thomas in the first place. So the Cavs got that pick, and they knew, and they said
Yup.
because if he didn't work out, they had time before the trade deadline to trade him and fix it. That's what happened. The Cavs made him play.
But what I'm saying is,
y'all doing
too-
I think y'all giving too much credit to LeBron James and how much control he's got.
He's
over
got a
the
lot
team.
of control.
He's
If you don't think he got a lot of control,
he's got.
yes,
No, listen.
yes.
Listen. He is a leader on the team. He is the leader on the team. But
Thank you.
But hold on. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, LeBron
He said he got Mike Brown.
And David Black.
He's got.
David Black got fired because of LeBron.
He's got influence. So okay.
Yeah, that's true. Hell yeah.
Come on now.
He's got
So-
LeBron has
That's a
got
fact.
influence. LeBron has got influence, but he don't call all the plays out there. He's not the one that's in making the trade deals.
Let me tell you what happened, though. He brought up Isaiah Thomas. He said, will Isaiah Thomas stop Steph Curry? No, but I guarantee you Isaiah Thomas would have had a much bigger impact on the finals than George Hill. I guarantee it.
You know what? I'll agree with that.
Isaiah Thomas would have been a major impactful player.
I would agree with that.
Top 10 player last
Thank you.
I would-
You hear Cass say-
we just discussed this earlier, right? Boston was good with no stars this year, right? They made it to the conference
This is
finals,
true.
right? The same team. It's the system. It's
Same team. They actually lost some players.
yeah, but it's the exactly though. It's the system because they still made it to the same player. Isaiah Thomas is the same player he was in Sacramento that he is now. He's a ball dominant.
Thomas was a beast in Sacramento.
Isaiah Thomas is a ball
Yes.
dominant player who cannot play point guard. He's a two guard. He's been that way his whole life. He's not good for a winning team. He's not good for a winning team. If you're trying to win a championship, if you need him to play defense, do more than just score the ball, he's not that type of player. He's a player that needs to come off the bench.
No,
Yeah.
let's switch. Well, let's switch.
Playing against the Warriors, he needs to play D. He needs to do something.
Stu, I
more
want you
than
to hear
score
this
10.
point. I want you to hear this
20.
point. Basically, we had a conversation earlier, and Christian and Casimir. I want to make sure Casimir said that he agrees with Christian's statement. I said
We got another call.
another caller. They had to call. They can call back here in a bit. I said you can't compare basketball to football greats because in the NFL, a lot of things have to go right. I believe coaching has more of an impact on the NFL than in basketball. Seriously, that's how I feel.
We lost your boy. We lost your boy. We got the new caller. Caller, you on the air? Hello? Hello? Caller.
Calling the Wise Guys.
Hello, how are you guys?
What's up? Who we got calling in the Wise Guys on B-Wave today?
We got Ashley.
What's up, Ash?
What's going on?
Not much. So what you want to talk about?
We really need to talk about where LeBron is going to play and how he's the greatest that ever did it.
I like.
Oh
her.
man,
I like.
I
her
already know who
already.
this is. Let me.
I like her
I got this first one. I got this. First of all, it's hard to really say because
He's not defensive.
no, I'm not getting. I'm just saying. I don't even think LeBron knows where he's gonna play yet. That's the first thing. I think he's still just taking in what happened during the regular season. Probably still taking in how they got swept in the NBA Finals. I think he haven't really took a step back yet. I don't think. I don't think he's taken a step back yet and thought about his future. But I do think when he looks at his future, he's gonna look at family. Family, yeah. I think he's gonna look at family. Family and lifestyle.
Where you think he going?
No, we had the discussion last week or whenever. We already decided that wasn't it.
What, family?
Yeah, we discussed
Family
this.
matters.
Family matters.
Literally.
No, we talked about this last week, wasn't it? And we had decided that LeBron James is going to be focused on his career, not where his family is at this point in time, especially as long as people want to debate whether or not he's the greatest between him and Jordan. So where he plays is going to be more important. I've said this a million times. I think LeBron James wants to stay in Cleveland. However, that's his home. That's the team he grew up playing for. That's the one he wants to bring the ships back to. But he needs help. I think if Cleveland gives him the help that he needs, he will stay in Cleveland.
No.
I think so.
No.
I agree with that. The more and more I have listened and heard people, I think that's what he want to be. He's building a brand. He's building something like he represents Ohio.
Right. So y'all keep saying if Cleveland puts pieces around him to be successful. What if they don't?
Then
But he's
probably
leaving.
gonna leave.
I mean, that's
Okay,
But
but
what
if
I'm
y'all, so
saying
y'all
is-
don't y'all think
What I'm saying is that I think LeBron would rather stay on the team that he's in and have the team built up around him than to go into somebody else's system.
I
That's
don't
what I'm
I think LeBron values his family. I don't understand why y'all devaluing the importance of his
What's
family.
his family got to do with anything?
Because he wants
You
to be
think he
somewhere
can't-
where he could be successful,
think
and
he
his
can't-
son. He got a son that's entering high school.
Okay,
his
yeah.
son's playing basketball at a high level. He's very good, Bron
Okay,
Jr.
all right.
I think he wants to be with his son
Okay.
every day, not on the. You know how it is in
Well,
basketball.
He's
season.
in the NBA. That's not possible.
His
for him to
son,
be with
right? He
No,
can't-
but I'm saying
right.
he still be, but
So
he'll be
even-
home if
no,
he's if
no, he won't.
if they go to
No,
LA.
not
They got
like-
2 homes in LA.
And he got homes in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So what's your
What's
point?
the difference?
LA's more of a bigger. It's gonna be a different. It's different in LA than Cleveland. Come on now.
He can get a house
So,
anywhere.
We're not talking about the cities. We're talking about the team. We don't care if he's playing in.
If he gets to
Miami.
LA, he'll have a better team than he will in Cleveland. That's why you go to even the team right now that he has in LA. If he was to go to LA right now today, he got a better team in LA than he does in Cleveland.
But no, in a
Not
harder conference.
Not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a big difference.
That's a fact. But he had to get Paul George
My point
or Kawhi Leonard
is
with
that
him.
Los
Why
Angeles,
not do that in the
Los
East?
Angeles might have a better team for him, but why not put that same team in
At
Cleveland?
home.
Hold on, Casimir just asked why not do that in the East. Are you serious? Do you really think Paul George
Yes.
and Kawhi Leonard, born and raised in Los Angeles, would go to Cleveland? Them brothers ain't going to Cleveland to play,
My,
man.
my thing
Why not?
once again is this:
Stop it.
the Spurs are
What
not
do you
going.
mean?
The
Why y'all
Spurs are not going to send Kawhi to L.A. So what was?
Right, you're not thinking about team, man. You thinking about palm trees and
Yeah.
that's what he
mountains.
thinks.
I'm thinking about where they from, though. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard both
It's
from
a lot
L.A.
of people from different
Well,
places.
LeBron James is from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well, from
But you said if they
Akron, but-
bring, why would I said they not? If he
So-
doesn't have any pieces in him, he ain't gonna stay with Cleveland.
No, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying is that I do believe that LeBron James wants to be in Cleveland. I think this is the reason why he left Miami and came back up to Cleveland. He could have probably went anywhere.
No, he
after
couldn't.
leaving.
He had to come back to Cleveland.
Why?
Because he had to win a championship for that city.
No, he
and
didn't.
Yes, he did.
Man,
he had unfinished
please.
business in Cleveland.
talking
okay,
about?
okay. Well, here's the thing. All right, let's go with that. Let's assume that he had to come to because he had unfinished business. Doesn't that just prove my point that he wants to bring the ship back?
No,
To,
because he's already done it. LeBron James owes nothing to the Cleveland Cavaliers or the city for that matter.
but
He's done his job.
But you just said, didn't you just say that he owed Cleveland?
Yeah, but he won
Oh,
one.
shit.
He already won. What else does he owe Cleveland?
He didn't owe Cleveland.
Yes, he
owed
did.
him nothing
Yes, he
in the
did.
first
Yes, he
place.
did.
No, he didn't.
He had to win one for
No,
the
he
Cleveland
didn't.
Cavaliers.
No,
Yes,
he did
For
not.
his legacy, he had to win one.
Hey, we
Think
need-
about if Kevin Durant go back to DC.
We need to take a break.
Can you-
I'm telling you, you sound-
All right, Ash, call back in. Welcome back to Wise Guys. These guys know sports right here on BeatWaveOnAir.com. 655-570-60. Call in debate with the Wise Guys crew. So, let me ask y'all a question, one by one.
All right.
Do y'all believe that championships, that every championship is the same?
No.
Like the two championships that he won in Miami with LeBron, is it the same as the one he won in Cleveland?
You know what? Yeah, it's all the same. Because if we look back, let's say 20 years from now, right?
Right.
Nobody really gonna remember, where it come from. All you know is he got a certain amount of rings, right? Like if we look back at Kevin Durant, nobody gonna really say, oh, well, he went from this team to that. All they gonna remember, he got 2 rings. He got 3 rings.
I disagree. I believe there are championships that are different than other championships. I believe that night when the Cavaliers won, the city of Cleveland went crazy. The whole Northeast Ohio was in an uproar, and I believe LeBron's one championship is the same as him winning 2 championships in Miami. His one championship in Cleveland is equal value to him winning his 2 championships in Miami. Imagine if Kevin Durant go home to the nation's capital.
Imagine that.
Imagine if Kevin Durant goes home to the nation's capital and wins a championship for the Washington Wizards.
He's gonna have 3 rings.
Right, but that championship that he wins with the
Man, listen,
Wizards, we're gonna value that more than the ones he won.
So
with
let me get this right.
The Warriors,
Right? So LeBron is 3-5 in the finals, right?
3-6.
3-6. Okay. So you see how you laugh, right? You said 3-6. So you don't count the Cleveland championship as 2. It's still 1. It's still a championship. So nobody really cares. It's championship. Like,
I mean, I think people gonna remember the one in Cleveland more than the ones in Miami.
man, it's a championship.
But do I think it's different? Almost to what you're saying, Trey, it sounds like, does it mean more to LeBron to win in Cleveland? Absolutely.
Okay.
Did it mean more to the city of Cleveland that he won there? I think so. I mean,
That's making my point.
but that's
So wait,
but from Cashmere's point though, I think you're making the point that a ring is a ring.
yeah,
no matter
legacy
where you get it.
standpoint, a ring is a ring.
Yeah.
But I
Okay,
think
okay,
you're
who
thinking-
you got it with?
I think Cash is thinking more from numbers, and I think you're thinking more from like an emotional standpoint.
Yeah, but
yeah,
but
fair
then-
enough. That's
but,
fair.
But my thing with that is, he says when I say 3-6, he laughs. So the numbers part to him is funny too, because he won't acknowledge that though it means more in that standpoint.
And
And
3-6
the
is 3-6.
Yeah, so it's 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so-
I'm just speaking of. But I believe his championship that he won with the Cavs in 2016 is as much value as the championships that he won with the Miami Heat.
So let me get this right.
So
Like, let me
So-
ask you a question. Let me ask you a
you
question.
do think it's
No, I got a question for y'all. If Kevin Durant goes home to the nation's capital and wins a championship for the Wizards, wouldn't you put more value into that championship being at home in the nation's capital versus the championships that he won with the Golden State Warriors?
No.
No.
Are you
Seriously?
seriously?
But again, I think y'all arguing 2 different points. I think you're talking about numbers versus emotion. I think if he goes back to Washington and he wins there, it would mean a lot for him to win
Yeah.
with the team that he probably grew up watching. You know what I'm saying, rooting for. So yeah, it'll mean more for him.
Let's talk-
From an emotion standpoint, does it mean more to anybody else? No. To him, it would.
All right, let's talk about LeBron going to H-Town and teaming up with James Harden and CP3. CP3 is heavily recruiting LeBron James right now to the Rockets. If LeBron James signs with the Houston Rockets, will they win an NBA championship next season? Cashmere?
Okay, first question would be, do they keep Capella?
No.
See, okay, that's a big issue for me.
I agree.
So
We got a caller calling in the Wise Guys on Beat Wave. Caller?
Yeah, what's going on? It's Stu.
Oh, Stu, you calling back? Hey, let me get your opinion on this question. I'll just ask Cashmere. He making his mind up, so he'll get some time. If LeBron James decides to go to H-Town and team up with James Harden and Chris Paul, and they lose everybody else, unless guys take pay cuts, because if guys take pay cuts, guys can stay. But if they lose everybody else, will CP3, James Harden, and LeBron James win a championship next year?
no, I'm saying if they can't keep Capella,
I agree.
I don't think so.
I agree. I completely agree. Because if you gotta think about it. What make you? Thank you. You're gonna need more than that. What Golden State has is depth. Because even off the bench, you still got a proven backup point guard in Sean Livingston. Yeah. Before Sean Livingston's injuries, I thought Sean Livingston had a chance to be a star point guard. Seriously.
Here's what I think, though. I'm under the belief that LeBron James really only needs a Robin to his Batman.
I think so too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he did it.
He needs
He needs a Robin to his Batman. I don't know if LeBron. I mean, if he had an entire squad like the Warriors have, then absolutely. But I don't think LeBron necessarily needs all of that. I think he just needs one other player, like he had in Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he just needs one person.
But think about what happened.
I'm gonna tell you how I agree and disagree with you.
Okay.
If he on the Eastern Conference, he only needs one player.
Okay, I give you that. I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going.
I get it. He need to.
But here's the argument that I would make with that. Who did LeBron James beat back in 2016?
The Warriors.
The Warriors. So what I'm saying is that here's a team from the East that won the whole thing. So I do believe that LeBron James is good to beat the Warriors just with one other player.
No, there's no way in hell LeBron James.
I do.
Well, let me.
Okay.
He did that, right?
He did that.
He did it coming out of the Eastern Conference with way worse competition. If you got to come out of the West, when you number one playing against number 8, it's going to be a competition.
Yep. Yeah. And not only that,
I think that's overrated, man.
That's a fact.
Because the third seed, man.
Yeah, come on.
Man, stop. So who was the third seed this year in the West?
Portland.
Swept. Yeah. So how are you gonna tell me that this is all beyond the best conference, and the team that has earned third all year got swept?
Doesn't that make our point?
No.
Because that makes the point.
No, that's basically saying that it's, in my opinion, it's overrated.
Hold on.
Boston was the number one team with all backups, and they went far in the finals.
Right?
But that same Boston team would have played in the Western Conference, they would have never get nothing.
Nothing. And then not only
people were saying that Boston was a better competition for Golden State than Cleveland.
Absolutely.
So how can you make that say?
Yeah,
people said what?
People said that they felt like Boston would have been a better matchup versus Golden State.
It was a better.
So how can you say that and then think that that same Boston team won't go to the West and get smacked?
Because in the Western Conference, it's a different.
Man, but you're gonna try to tell me that? But
I think they would have got to the second round.
Portland got to the third seed, right? In the whole year in the West, right? So that shows you that over time they played good in the West the whole year, and they got to the playoffs and got swept.
Right.
0-4.
Can I?
So you can't sit here with me.
That kind of makes our point, though, because the 6th seed in the Western Conference was the New Orleans Pelicans.
No, it's basically saying that 3 through 8 does not matter.
Yes, it does.
Everybody knew in the Western Conference there was 2 teams that you had that was coming out: Houston and Golden State. Every other team, it was irrelevant.
Only because Kawhi Leonard was hurt, though.
Thank you. That's only because Kawhi Leonard was hurt. Because if you throw Kawhi Leonard in there,
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But my statement is, for all the people that say the West is just overwhelmingly just good, I would say no. They have the best 2 teams.
I'm not saying that they're overwhelmingly good. I'm saying the West is a lot better than the East.
a lot better. A lot better. Like now,
It's more star players on the West than
it
the East.
is. Let's switch sports. Let's switch sports. Question. Simple answer. Who's more valuable, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady?
I would and they both pretty good. So they both really good. So
Let me tell you.
if I had to choose one, I'm gonna have to take. That's just like back in the days. I'm gonna use a basketball analogy. When it was time for Shaq and Kobe to break up, it was like everybody said it was all Kobe this, Kobe that. But if you're the owner and you can only keep one of the players, you got to keep the young one. That just makes sense.
Yeah, but not only that, Stu, you're right. You're partially right. Let me get the rest for you. You pick Aaron Rodgers because he's a more valuable player, period. And because he's better than Tom Brady could ever dream of being. Period. Like Aaron Rodgers.
I ain't gonna say he's better than Tom.
Aaron Rodgers, from a talent perspective, I'm talking about strictly talent,
This man's a
is
cheesehead.
better than Tom Brady could ever be. Tom Brady has
Here's the
limitations.
thing.
Tom Brady's great.
You know
He's
what?
great.
I
But he's not
I would be
talent-wise great better than Aaron
I
Rodgers.
would be reluctant to say ever be. You know what I'm saying? That's so indefinite, man.
Come on, man.
But I agree. I do agree with you for the most part on this, Trey. I do believe that Aaron Rodgers is a more valuable player than Tom Brady is. But
I mean, he's younger. Tom Brady maybe only got like. He's trying to say he's gonna play till he's 45 and all.
if
I see you got about 2 years.
if I have
about
I-
2 years.
and you know what? And I get your point, but if we're gonna match, like careers, right? I mean, like at this point, like let's just focus on the career for a second. Aaron Rodgers has done a lot in
He ain't done
in
as much as Tom, though.
no, but look, Tom.
That's
has-
just from a Super Bowl perspective. Stu,
no,
stop it.
Tom.
Man.
Just
let me-
Stu,
let me-
just Super
let me
Bowl.
ask you
He's
this.
just a
Let me
hater,
ask you
I
this.
see.
He went perfect in the regular season.
Let me. Oh no.
He had Randy Moss.
No. The Patriots went
matter
perfect.
who you had.
Look, the Patriots went perfect in the regular season, not Tom Brady. So I want to ask you this question. I want to ask you this question. If you put Tom Brady on the Packers, is Tom Brady as successful as Aaron Rodgers?
What is this, one championship?
No.
What's successful?
The only way I can answer that question is to have Bill Belichick with him.
No.
Wait, so we gonna act
Thank you.
like the Packers quarterback. I mean, Packers coach ain't good.
He's not as great as Bill Belichick.
He's good, but he don't really pay attention.
So
to defense
so let me get this right.
Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy.
Bill Belichick. What was his record before Tom Brady got there?
He was the
It
coach of
wasn't
the
good.
he was the coach of the Browns too before.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, he was a coach of a couple teams.
I don't.
before.
It wasn't good. So once you get a quarterback,
He had a decent quarterback too.
he was 9-7 with Drew Bledsoe the year before Tom Brady got there. Not 9-7.
That's a decent.
I mean, 9-7 is decent, right?
Decent, yeah.
The next year you win a championship. So you can sit here and argue with me.
The only argument I can say you have there is that Tom Brady is better than Drew Bledsoe. That's the argument you have right
Yeah,
there.
right.
That does not mean that Tom Brady is better than Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson or Matty Ice or anybody
Russell-
else.
Hey, don't
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And-
Is that's the only argument you got right there is that he's better. You talking about the team going 9-7 under
Right.
Drew Bledsoe?
I'm
and
talking. No.
going-
Okay, you missed my point.
Okay,
My
all
point
right.
is.
He is missing the
Yeah, my point is that Bill Belichick had another quarterback, right?
Right.
And that quarterback could not accomplish the same things that Tom Brady did.
I did,
so
not,
at
no,
some
I
point,
did not miss your point. I understood
Right.
your point
So
entirely.
what are you saying?
My point is that now with everybody
Hold on,
in this,
Stu. Hold on, Stu.
my point.
players Drew Bledsoe.
Okay.
He ain't had no Wes Welker. No Evans,
My
this
my my point
Right.
is this is that 9-7 is not a bad record. You know what I'm saying? 9-7 gets you to the playoffs. 9-7
Yeah.
it gets you far. But what I'm saying is my point is that your argument, Cash, only proves that that Tom Brady is better than Drew Bledsoe. That's it.
That's it.
That's
and
it.
then on top of let's take if you take Aaron Rodgers out the Packers, we saw what happened last year. Our season was over. Now I lied to y'all.
You can't say what happened last year because the quarterback last year was only a sophomore, man.
The bottom line is, but Stooks, let's cut to the chase. I lied. I lied to all y'all. Y'all kept asking me, is the Packers season over? I kept saying no, I was lying. Okay, I knew it was over. I knew deep down in my heart it was
Everybody
over.
knew that.
But if you take Tom Brady
You
off
got
the
a lot of
Patriots,
wind blowing in your phone.
you got a lot of wind. You got a lot of wind. You got blown. Yeah. If you take Tom Brady off the Patriots, we've seen that in history, the Patriots are still successful. With Matt Castle, they went 11-5. 2 years ago, when Tom Brady was suspended for cheating, we seen that the Patriots went 3-1.
And this is my point to Cashmere. Don't get emotional about Tom Brady. Look, this is what I'm saying. And this is the reason why I say that. Look, Tom Brady is a great quarterback. I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is that Tom Brady is a great quarterback playing for a great team. That is nothing to be defensive about. That is a great thing to have. You got a good quarterback, great quarterback on a great team. But what I'm saying is that is he the best? No, he's not. But
Can I ask you a question?
Okay,
though?
go ahead. All right.
I'm not going since you sound being emotional, right?
Yeah, you are. I think
right.
so.
So, how many Super Bowls does the Patriots organization have in general?
What they got?
They got 5.
Got 5, right?
With Brady.
And that's all the 5 that we got,
Yeah.
right? How many championships does the Packers have?
We got 4 Super Bowls.
Right.
But we got
Yeah, no, we not.
No.
Don't, hey, shut up! Don't count that nonsense.
No.
Come on,
What you
Trey.
talking about?
Don't count that, man. You're not finna count them.
No, look, I don't count.
They don't
You said
count, man.
championship.
Come
You
on,
hear this,
man.
Jay Reed? They talk about championships.
You know we talking.
We got
about,
the
man.
most
Super Bowl
We
championship.
got the most championships.
Oh,
Well,
man.
if that counts, then Cleveland got one of them too.
Yeah, come on.
We got 15. We got 15.
Come on, man. It was all. Come on, man.
So y'all count Super Bowls.
Didn't even have the AFC.
It's not even the same league no more.
What I'm talking about, man.
So now let's just forget history, right? Let's just forget history, right?
Nah,
Let's
we
just forget
understand
it.
you want to
And-
build up your
and
team,
black
but
people
that's
wouldn't even allow
nonsense,
it in the
man. What you
NFL.
talking about, man?
But what I'm saying,
Go ahead.
No, my bad.
All right.
You was
so
speaking.
what I'm saying is, like, we y'all are quick to say that it's the Patriot organization and the Patriots way. What I'm saying to you is that we have a one-time life player, right? And they have built the system around this one-time in life player,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And that, so to speak, that system works for other players, right? Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. And that's my
Right.
point. That's not a bad thing, and that's
Right.
exactly my point to you. There's no
But
need
but
to
if
get
you're making it a bad
emotional
thing.
over-
No. I'm
No,
saying all I'm saying is you're making it a bad. You're
No,
making
I'm
it
not.
because that his teams is successful, that he's not a great player.
I did not say that. I literally just said that Tom Brady was a great player.
Right, but
playing for a
you're
great
trying
team.
to tell me
I'm
that Aaron
saying that-
Rodgers right now
Yes.
is a better overall player than Tom Brady,
Yes,
and
yes.
I'm telling you
Yes.
why. Because
Because he's the better individual player. Tom Brady is the most accomplished player in NFL history at the quarterback position. At quarterback, he's the most accomplished.
So what's
Super Bowls?
what's the quarterback's job?
A quarterback's job is to score points offensively
A
and
quarterback's job
be a
is
leader.
A lead, right? And,
Quarterback's job is to be a leader and manage the team.
right.
Exactly.
So leading and managing the team, right, is about winning and accomplishing goals,
And
right?
I would give you
So,
that. Tom Brady
so
does
if
that
you try to
really
tell
well.
me that Tom Brady offense, no matter who's there, Wes Walker switch. Our offense switch. We may have people on our line that you may not never have heard of, right? But one thing's consistent.
It's like when they came out with Edelman.
Yeah,
Nobody knew who Edelman
yeah, but it's consistent. We
quarterback in
yeah.
Right.
We make Tom Brady can make those guys better, but we are taking that for granted, and we're just saying,
not.
"Oh,
So-
Aaron Rodgers." No,
So let's blame
Aaron
Tom-
Rodgers got
no,
one
so
So if we
championship.
go to your
Not
logic,
taking-
let's blame Tom
not-
Brady for the Super Bowl
not
loss.
taking that away from Tom
So,
Brady.
like, right? Should we do that? Let's blame Tom Brady for the Super Bowl loss.
Man,
Why
now-
didn't
now
Tom
you-
Brady?
now-
Hold
now
on.
you
Why
sound
didn't,
insane,
go ahead.
hold on. Why didn't Tom Brady catch that pass?
Now you sound insane, man.
Go ahead. Like, what you gonna say? What you gonna say, man?
Come on, man.
Go ahead, Stu.
The only thing I was saying was, if they was both the same age, I would always take Tom Brady. But right now, where they at in their careers and how old they are, I'm always gonna take Aaron Rodgers.
Y'all is
Makes more
crazy.
sense.
You even think
No.
take-
Yeah, I agree with that. But Trey is trying to say that in general, like whether
Yes,
Tom
in
Brady,
general, Aaron
if
Rodgers
Tom
better.
Brady and Aaron Rodgers was the same age, he would take Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, if you to me, I ain't gonna lie. Can I tell y'all
Absolutely.
something?
Never.
Can I tell y'all
Y'all
something?
crazy.
If
I
the
would.
fact that y'all
Absolutely.
think
I would
that,
take Aaron
that the
Rodgers
fact that it's
over
even
Tom
an
Brady any
argument.
day.
The fact that hold on, let me make a point. Let me
Go
say
ahead.
something. Y'all gotta talk.
Go ahead.
The
You see what Cashman just said though.
what?
No. I heard what he said.
No,
he
the
agreed
fact
with
the
you.
fact that
but I
y'all
disagree.
even think that Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady on the same level as far as overall talent is ridiculous to me. Like to me, y'all need to be banned from talking football. That's how bad it is. Because if you ask players in the NFL, let me make a point. If you ask a lot of players in the NFL, they rather face Tom Brady than Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna tell you something right now. That I don't think y'all understand how great this brother is. Like Aaron Rodgers is on another level.
He sound insane.
Y'all sound like are y'all serious?
Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers were at the same.
No, like I'm not even trying to be funny. Stu, I kid you not. I watch Packer games every week.
We know.
He got
That's the only
5
games you
no,
watch.
He got
We know
5. He
that.
better than Brett Favre by far. Y'all know how Brett Favre a legend? Who better? Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers? Go ahead, Cashmere. Who better? Aaron Rodgers. Who better?
I like Brett Favre.
I do too.
I'm a
Over
I'm
Aaron
a Brett Favre fan. And one thing you're gonna say about Brett Favre, he ain't gonna be out like Aaron
He threw a
Rodgers.
lot of interceptions too.
Yeah, everybody.
He done broke my heart.
Everybody throw interceptions.
Nah, man.
Nothing because he threw interceptions. You can't put that on.
Brett Favre threw a lot of interceptions and broke my heart.
I mean, that's what you're
He done broke my heart. He done broke my heart. All I'm saying is this: if you, like, I just can't believe it.
The same.
I cannot believe it. I'm
If
stunned.
they
Look.
was the same age, it wouldn't even be a question.
Y'all ain't even
Yes, it would be.
though. It's like Drew Brees is a forgotten man, though, right?
No,
No,
not at all.
And then Drew Brees is a great player
Is Drew Brees top 5 to you?
in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
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 Top
abs-
5?
Hell yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
I think
All time, I
All
think
time.
he found the best system. As we talking about Tom Brady and the Patriots, I think him and Sean Payton was a marriage made for football.
you don't think that about Bill Belichick and Tom Brady?
But what I'm saying is, if we gonna give Drew Brees credit and say he's top, he's one of the best ever.
But Drew Brees was cold when he played for the Chargers. They traded him because he got a rotating
Right.
cuff injury.
He was.
It wasn't because of his play.
He was. And then there's another thing we got to take consideration, and this ain't even comparing nobody. This just talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady plays in an easier division. He plays in the easiest division amongst the three.
All right,
Between
listen.
Aaron
All right,
Rodgers.
listen. No. I'm not gonna let you finish that because that's
yeah,
stupid.
no, that's-
You don't think that the AFC East is weak?
It's not. Don't matter. We have won championships.
Down too small when you
Yeah,
That's a fact.
But you can't.
Competition don't matter now.
He has
Okay.
won
No,
championships.
no.
You can't say like AFC. Like he's
Yeah.
went way past.
Damn it, Tom Brady lucked up on his last one.
No, I got to disagree with you on that trade. Like I've said on this program 100 times that getting to the playoffs is easy in the NFL. All you got to do is be better than the other three teams. The other three teams could be absolutely whack, and you get in there.
That's what happens in the
But-
AFC East every year.
But that's fine. But that's fine. But
on the Eastern Conference every year.
But
Right.
that's fine though. But once you get into the playoffs and you have proven that you're better than everybody else, so you're going beyond your division, going beyond your conference, and going beyond both conferences to win consistently, like the Patriots have managed to do. You can't. It doesn't matter how the division plays if you're winning Super Bowls. Like that doesn't matter.
I'm
You
just
can't-
comparing players.
Yeah.
If I'm comparing players, I feel like Aaron Rodgers have more competition than Tom Brady.
Yeah, but you're talking about competition in a small group.
So every year in the AFC Championship, whoever lose, they out. And
Yeah.
if you win in the AFC Championship against the Colts, they used to whoop the Colts' ass, man.
Yeah, but that's why I made
With Peyton Manning.
right. But the thing is, I just can't believe that y'all think that Tom Brady better than Aaron Rodgers. I really
We
can't.
need to take a break.
I can't believe. We'll be right back, Stu. Hey, Stu, I appreciate you calling in, cuz. Have a good one.
All right, y'all too.
All right.
Radio.
The song though. You hear that?
Last segment. That was a great song.
Tell me, classic.
Fabulous to me. Classic, so into you. But we was just sitting there talking, and y'all were talking about Jordan. Jordan was still a factor when he was in Washington.
Trash.
What?
I mean,
Jordan, when he
listen.
was in Washington,
Whoa. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do you. And if we stack him up to all great players, right?
Please say what I'm thinking.
Yeah. If we compare him to all great players, like you say we should, right? Then we should say what? In Washington, Jordan looked like what?
you're comparing him to the Jordan with the Bulls.
So
of course he's not going to be that same
So
player.
what was the problem in Washington? He didn't have a team.
And the problem was in Washington,
It was
he
just
averaged 20 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and he had 4 assists.
And
Is
when- and-
that bad?
and
If
every-
you're averaging 20
Listen,
points per game?
Listen to this. And do you remember how the organization in Washington was ready for him to leave? They were so happy when he was.
You know
they
why?
Wanted,
You
why?
know why? Because he just like Kobe. Because George's the kind of player he expects a lot out of his teammates. He expects a lot out of his teammates, and he's going to hold you accountable.
not in Washington.
What's expecting a lot? Punching him in the face? That's expecting
Basically,
a lot.
you don't hear about those videos when Kobe used to play the Lakers and Kobe used to bully his teammates. He used to bully Smush Parker. I felt bad for the brother for a while.
I know. You know what?
He,
Eh,
hey, nah,
but
Kobe used to bully them
even
guys,
till
man.
even till this day, he still talks about Smush Parker.
Always. He always talks about Smush Parker and Kwame Brown.
You hear Kwame Brown, all I'm thinking about is Stephen A. Smith. Kwame Brown.
Exactly. Come on now. But let's talk about
Okay.
let's talk about Jordan's Bulls, the 96 Bulls,
Uh-huh.
versus Curry's Warriors, because they are Steph Curry's Warriors, right?
Durant's Warriors.
Christian, I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
Who would win in a
So-
7-game series between the Bulls and the Warriors?
I don't know. But hold on.
You don't?
But this has
Hey,
been on my mind.
what's your
though.
theory of
I
it?
would have loved to see Steph up against Rodman.
Rodman
Rodman.
on a pick and roll.
Pick and roll
switch?
switch?
Bro, listen.
Man, he gonna-
Rod-
Rodman
Rodman
gonna mess
was a
Rodman up.
shot blocker, bro.
He was gonna cook Rodman.
No,
Cook him.
here's no. Not at all. Let me tell you why I would have loved to see them two play against each other, because they play exactly the same way defensively and offensively. Now, one thing that we know about Steph Curry, what makes him so great on that three-point shot, is his patience. His timing is excellent. And Dennis Rodman was exactly the same way. He knew when to go up. This is the reason why he led in rebounds. This is why he was the shot blocker that he was. He knew when to go up and when not to go up. And I would have loved to have seen that one-on-one against each other.
Let me hop in on that real quick, right?
Go ahead.
This is my theory on Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is a great player, one of the all-time greatest rebounders in the league, right?
Yeah.
But if you got a player that's shooting 50 shots in the game, I think I can get 20 of them.
Maybe.
You know, especially
It depends on
you
who
know
you
the
are.
ball's going up.
Yeah, you know
right?
what's going up.
So if I'm the one offensive, like I'm Tristan Thompson, right? And my job is not to score, and I got the most offensive-minded player in the NBA right now. So every time he gets the ball, you know he's going to shoot.
Right.
So shouldn't your job be easy? Not to take anything away from Rodman, but I'm saying I think it's pretty easy.
Because you guys got to worry about getting rebounds and playing defense.
And you know what's going up.
You know it's going
You
up.
know it's
And
going up.
If Rodman was in Steph's face, I think Rodman blocks probably the majority of his shots.
No.
Steph is so creative off the dribble. He's too creative.
What Steph has got really is
Range.
Yes.
He's got
Range.
Okay, so he's got range. So if you what difference does range matter if you got a defender right in your face that goes up?
Rodman
go
cannot
up?
guard Steph Curry.
He wouldn't be able to guard Steph Curry in the perimeter.
Man,
But first of all, let me tell y'all something.
Watch them
But let me be
Rodman
clear. I don't even
highlights,
think that he would get that far. Because I think Jordan would take on responsibility to guard Curry. Like I think if they was a face off.
and no.
Yes,
You
yeah,
put
yes, you
Jordan
will.
on-
No.
put
You
Jordan-
got to take your chances with
you put
whoever
Jordan-
guards Clay.
You put Jordan on KD. You put Rodman on.
You say Jordan on KD.
You gotta take your chances with Rod.
Listen, people may think I love LeBron, but I'm a Jordan fanatic. Got on Jordans right now, right? Jordan could not guard KD. KD is 6.
No, Pippen gonna guard KD.
Thank you.
No, I said Pippen. I said Jordan will guard Steph Curry.
I'm just saying
Okay,
because he
okay,
said that.
I give you that.
Because
All right.
Jordan is 6'6", so I would put Jordan on Klay Thompson.
Okay.
Personally.
All right. All
But,
right.
you know-
No, I wouldn't. I would
give
put
you that.
Jordan on Curry. I would put Ron Harper on Clay. Let Clay make Clay create.
You're not fast enough.
You're gonna lose somewhere. You gotta lose somewhere because I think Pippen and Durant. I think Pippen got a great chance of at least containing Durant.
See,
I don't think he'll stop him, but I think he contain Durant.
My,
Right?
my whole problem with putting Jordan on Steph Curry is this: he's gonna have to chase him around, and what you
Yeah.
don't want is a tired Jordan. It's the
Right.
same thing I would say with LeBron. If LeBron ain't got nobody on his team, you don't want him chasing somebody
so
around
who do
all
you
goddamn
ever
game.
put on Steph on any team? And I think
Yeah.
what makes Steph, he's a great shooter, but he's also, you know, that the way that system is designed, they know how to get Steph open.
Yeah,
They
they do
know-
that, and his
they
ability
know
to
how
be
to-
able to shoot from 30.
No,
He can
no.
shoot from 30. No, let me say that.
Go ahead.
His ability to shoot from 30, it opens up other easier shots for other players. It extends your defense
Right.
because you got to guard Steph as soon as he crosses half court.
And this is what I was saying earlier about LeBron James trying to take on the entire team by himself.
Let me say this too, real quick. About if they were to play, first of all, you still didn't give me your answer. Who would win, Christian?
Okay.
The Bulls or the Warriors?
Bulls.
Okay, who would win, Casimir? Bulls or the Warriors?
Warriors.
I feel like first of all, we got to take in consideration what era are we playing in, because if they allowed to get physical, those screens.
answer the
Hold on,
question.
if they
Answer the
cut me off?
question.
Right,
Answer the
hold
question.
on. We didn't discuss all of that when we was
answer the
giving our
question.
answers. So just give your
Because
answer.
at least you know what I'm gonna say.
Answer the
At least
question.
what I'm gonna say. Let me finish.
Yeah,
It depends on what era we play.
We
We
don't
didn't
have
understand
time
when
for
we
you to sit
answered
here
the question. We ain't
answer
have
the
all these
question.
factors. You know what I'm saying?
Answer the question.
I said it depends on what era. That matters. Era matters because if they play and they get physical, those
Then why ask
screens,
the
those
question?
screens won't be as effective.
Okay.
They won't be. Now if they can
So
create screens and they can be able to shoot at the 3-point line.
5-on-5, no refs, man. Let's
So let me
call
let me
you
make
on
sure I
fouls. Who
understand
wins?
this. So you're
I'm
saying
not
that-
betting against MJ.
So let me see this. So you're saying that if we were to take the Warriors and transport them back to the '90s, you got
I got the Bulls.
and then if you put the Bulls today,
I got MJ. I ain't betting against Jordan, but it does depend on what era. It depends on what
So
era.
it don't even matter the error.
Yes, it does.
You had the same answer.
Again, you couldn't contradicted yourself.
You gave the
said-
same answer.
You did. You said Bulls in the '90s, Bulls now.
I said in a 7-game series too. I said how competitive
Bulls
will it
now,
be?
Look, if I'm like, which one is it, Trey? If you put the Bulls in the '90s, or excuse me, the Warriors in the '90s, you got the Bulls. You
I
put
got
the
MJ.
Bulls
In the,
today.
I'm
You got the
picking
Bulls.
MJ.
So it don't-
So the era don't matter then.
I'm just saying, the era matters just as we to the general purpose of this conversation. Because you trying to tell me if they play on today's rules, I think it'd be more competitive. Like if we play in the '90s, I think the Bulls probably win in six. In six.
So your answer is no matter what era it is,
I'm not betting against MJ.
it's MJ. That's so then the era don't matter. You brought that up for
So
no
let me get
reason.
I think it'd be more competitive in today's NBA.
So back then, right? You think the Warriors will beat the Utah Jazz
Yeah.
in how many games?
Yeah, I see.
Now be
Man.
careful. Yeah, I know. Now you thinking about it because you're gonna be careful, right?
It go to 7.
I think it goes 7.
It go 7.
Because I think Utah will get physical.
Physical.
I think they'll get physical with the Warriors.
So first off, do you know the starting five for the Utah Jazz? You remember?
We got Brian Russell. We got Jeff Hornacek. We got John Stockton. We got Karl Malone and Greg Ostertag.
Right. You think that team compares to Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green?
It don't even matter who play 5. We're gonna put Andrew Bogut in there. We'll put JaVale McGee.
So my form, Karl Malone versus Draymond, Russell versus Durant.
Yeah, I don't think he'd stop him, but do you think he contain him? He can do the best that he can to contain.
It's just like the evolution of life. People grow and people become better. And I think this time and right now, the era of basketball is better than the era back then. Regardless of what people say, it's just how things go.
I disagree.
Okay,
I disagree.
Again, my final answer, I'm giving you the Bulls because you got Jordan plus a whole cast of people who can run that.
Jordan
And
was snatched.
If you compare that to what the Cavs are doing, you got the best player in the world in LeBron James, just like you had the MJ, except for we know LeBron doesn't have a team and Jordan does. So,
But
giving it
Jordan was snatched the
the
Warriors'
Bulls.
hearts. He was snatched the Warriors' hearts. He did it when he was playing. He was the greatest player of all time. Great show.
Of his generation.
Great show, fellas. Wise Guy Sports on BeatWaveOnAir.com. Same place, same time next week on BeatWaveOnAir.com. Have a good week.
Holla at me.